Hi, I'm Rhian, a Cyanotype artist, and let's do some experiments.
I'm going to show you how to preview what a Cyanotype print might look like, but in Photoshop. So if you have an image that you're not sure is going to be suitable for Cyanotype, you can run this process and have a look. And I'll show you the images that I have that I'm not sure about that I've taken recently. So this one has a lot of contrast, not much light in these darker areas, so the detail won't show up. I don't know if this is just going to be too light. These areas will show up really light, and I'm not sure if they'll have enough tone to them. This one is just really dark. And so yeah, it was just really dark. It's going to look awful. This one, I'm not sure what's going to show up. I really like all of this detail in the wings and the tone and the iridescence on it. So it'd be really nice if that showed up, but I'm not sure. The web, I'm really shocked that I managed to capture this on my phone, because I try and take pictures of spiders on webs all the time. It's just a blurry mess usually. So this one turned out really, really lovely. And then this I want to use as maybe a background on one of my hidden textures series pictures. But I'm just not sure because I usually pick something that's a bit more delicate, and this just is really spiky, and I'm just not sure if it will be sort of gentle enough a background. I'm not using the right words. Anyway, I'm not sure. So to start this process, what you want to do is have an image that you're happy with, happy with the tones and the detail and whatnot. So it'll have a nice range of tonal colours, and you want to scan it. This is a Cyanotype print that I've made. This is not a digital image. This is a scan of a Cyanotype print. So you want to scan it. I don't recommend using a camera or a phone to take a picture because it will mess with the tonal colors, because the light won't be even on it. So I do recommend using a scan. The first thing you want to do to the image is to crop it. So we're getting rid of all of these white areas, all of these brush marks that are really wishy-washy. We're just going to crop it to the definite colors that we have in the print. So I think that's fine. And then we're going to go to image and mode, and we want to make sure it's set in RGB color and 8 bits. It won't work in CMYK. And we're going to select indexed color. And then we want the forced setting to be set to none. Don't set it to black and white especially. And I'm going to choose 10 colors and click OK. So now the image is just reduced to those 10 colors. And then we're going to go back to image and mode and color table. And here are our 10 colors in a table. So we're going to save this. And name it however you want. And press OK. And now we're going to come over to here to swatches. And I don't know how else to do this other than this way, to right click on a folder that's already there and import swatches. This is where I save my swatch, but I can't see it. And that's because it's set to look for ACO files, and we saved our color table as an ACT file. So if you just select ACT color table, there's our swatch there. So we're going to click on that. And then if we go down over here in swatches, there is our Cyanotype swatches. And there's our colours. The first one I'm going to try is the original photo that this print was taken from, just to see how they compare. So this is the image. Now to make this look like a Cyanotype, we want to go to adjustments, and then we're going to go to, if I can find it, gradient map. And we want a smooth gradient that looks like this, that goes smoothly from dark to light. But we don't want it in black and white. So we're just going to click on this bar. And then down here, we're going to plot these colors on this gradient. So there's 2 points already there. We want to add another 8 plotting points to match our 10 colors. And so to do that, you just hover the cursor below the bar until it's got a little pointy finger, and you click, and that adds a point. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th is there. And then we want to even them out a bit. So you just grab it and slide them along so that they're sort of evenly distributed. If you accidentally put another one in, and we don't want that, so you can either just press, while it's highlighted, press delete, or you can undo. Yeah, there's a few ways to figure that out, but we only want the 10, and that is not at all evenly spaced. Okay, that will do. So we're going to start at the darkest end, and we're going to highlight the first plotting point, and it will change colour at the top. It'll turn into a little black triangle instead of a grey one when it's selected. And all we're going to do is just click on the colour we want to match this to. And then we're going to go along, matching darkest to lightest. Keep track. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 is white anyway. So there we go. So to make it easy to apply to all the other pictures, we'll go into click new, and that there has created our Cyanotype gradient map. And so just do OK, and then I'm going to pull these down so we can have a look side by side of what these look like. And on this one I'm going to send it back to, I'm going to undo everything so we're back at the original image, and like they're not identical, but I can see that the dark areas on the print match the dark areas of the gradient map, and that's kind of what we want to see, where those highlights and the contrast and everything else is going to show. Also, this is the original digital image, so of course it's going to look really smooth and really pretty compared to your print. Your print will depend on the exposure time, the paper used. The paper used, I feel, makes the biggest difference of a Cyanotype print, and they can look completely different prints even though the same process has been used, the same chemistry, the same negative, the same exposure time. They can look completely different on different papers. So this paper for this print was quite a textured watercolor paper, so it's going to look a little bit more grainy and miss a bit of the detail as well, because the less smooth the paper, the less detail I find you get in a print. The less finer detail you get in a print, should I say. So anyway, I'm quite happy. I think they look really similar, so I'm happy with that. So let's go and do the other pictures. So this is one of the most troublesome pictures I found for whether I would make this into a print or not. So to add the gradient map to the other photos really quickly now, all we want to do is in adjustments, click gradient map. And then we're going to just click the arrow down, and at the bottom there's our gradient map. So I really like the sky on this, but I really struggle to print. The skies that I photograph don't come out. It's a bit of an issue for me. Don't come out in Cyanotype. I'm working on it though. But certainly I don't like all this dark area down here, and I don't like the lack of definition and detail and texture in the background here. But yeah, I don't know. I probably won't make this into a Cyanotype. I don't think it's worth it's not worth the resources to do that. So let's try the next one. Adjustments, gradient map, and choose our map. And I really like this. I love this detail that is shown up down here in these plants. I feel like there's enough texture in the background. And overall, I think it just looks like a really nice, gentle, subtle tone. So yeah, happy with that one actually. I'll probably do that one. This is the really problematic one that I probably won't do. So if we try it now, this is going to look awful. It just looks awful in black and white. So yeah, so there's no detail there. It's quite contrasty. It just looks really muddy and I don't like it. And I took the picture because I really liked the ducks had like swam. They were all along the edge, and then we scared them off because we had the dog with us, and they all kind of jumped in the water, and they were in the light there, and it just looked really lovely with the light coming from here. So I like that. So what I might be tempted to do with this one actually is crop it in to a bit where it actually looks all right. So I really like this patch of sky with the contrast, and I like the ducks. Yeah, let's give that a go. Yeah, so I really like that. I think that's looking a lot more balanced in colour now. So I might actually print that off and give that a go and see how it is. You can now see that it's zoomed in a bit. The planks on the boardwalk here, so there's a bit of texture there. It's still missing in this patch of trees, and there's a bridge over here as well that you just cannot see at all. But I feel like that actually makes the picture, and the sky looks really good. I like this patch of light over here. So yeah, I probably cropped in would print that as a Cyanotype. So let's check on my bee. Forgot what I'm doing. Gradient map. Yeah, so this looks lovely. I love this texture that is going on here and here. And when I edit the negative, that'll probably be enhanced as well. So that'll be quite good. You still got the iridescence in the bee wings. And yeah, I reckon once that's edited, that will look all right. I'm really tempted as well to try a duotone Cyanotype with this. And I wonder if I can do a yellow layer and then that'll pick up the yellow in the bee. And just do the yellow and the blue. I might do that. I'll do a video if I do that. Ooh, my spider. Okay. Oh, I like that actually. I think the web is still too fine to actually show up actually on the Cyanotype print, but I think it's worth a go. I like how the background is blurred. It's kind of reminiscent of my hidden textures images I've been creating. So I really like that. I really like that white splodgy blob line on the spider as well. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a go. Yeah, so this is a texture I might use in an image as a bleached background. But the reason I've chosen this is because I keep taking pictures of really lovely contrasting colour trees. There's loads of lovely like red and orange trees around at the moment, and when they're like in front of a load of other green trees, they just really stick out to me. But when I try and make those photos into Cyanotype, it doesn't work at all. You can't tell that lovely different color tree is in the image. It just all looks like trees. So the reason I chose this image is because these berries, they look so lovely. Like the texture on these berries looks so like velvety and lovely, and like the color is so contrasting against all of these lovely spiky, I don't know if these are leaves, are they all individual leaves? I don't know. I like trees. I don't know that much about trees, and so it's like really contrasting, but I wouldn't be surprised if that contrast is now lost when I apply the gradient map. See, even there you can see how velvety they look, and this is going to be like, you just can't tell at all. They're just so like hidden now. And the one down here, you just don't know they're there. I mean, I'll probably still use this as a textured background layer to another image, but it's just really interesting, and it's me being stupid for forgetting that a Cyanotype is a monotone process. But I think you still kind of expect beautiful bright colours to still stand out. So I hope this is kind of useful. I find it quite interesting. And And yeah, see you next time.